Green buildings. We always talk a lot about green buildings, but what do we do to achieve a green building? First of all, we have always in construction and design, we have two aspects when we talk about green buildings. One aspect is how we control the usage of the building to achieve a green level, and then the sustainability section of the construction, which will help us to achieve on the long term a more sustainable green architecture. Within the usage control, what we focus on is the thermal and power efficiency of the building, which ultimately reduce the carbon footprint of the building, which will help at the end of the day to achieve a better environment. So how do we achieve the thermal efficiency? Thermal efficiency, we always take in consideration all the aspects of the environment, the sun exposure, the wind, the location of the site, height. When we design the building, we consider the spaces which are most exposed to the sun to be more blocked. We have some different elements that will help us reduce the pressure of the weather on the building, so we can reduce the pressure on the air conditioning system, which in turn help in the power consumption and helps in the temperature control. On the other hand, we have to also control the building consumption in terms of electricity. So we have many solutions going from sustainable light fittings with LED technologies and having automation techniques and technologies also included within the building construction and the building management system to be able to reduce the consumption of electricity on the long run. Like having dimming systems to reduce the lighting intensity whenever it is not needed, switch off lights for landscaping, outdoor decorative lights. All these elements being controlled with automation will help to reduce the carbon footprint of the building as well. One of the other aspects that has to be also taken into consideration while designing a green building is the water consumption. Now, since the world is very much aware of the water consumption, and in many areas of the world there is a shortage of water supply, natural water supply. So whenever we are designing a house or a project or a building, especially a high-rise building, we have to take in consideration the water flow and the pressure of the water in the building, and how we can utilize perhaps the drained water or the AC drainage water into repurposing it for irrigation or other type of purposes. Considering this part, we have to select the appliances which provide the maximum pressure with the minimum water flow. And with many big companies and many big names, there are a lot of interesting designs that will work around this part. They increase the efficiency of the fitting without consuming the same much of water. Considering the evolution happening in the automotive industry and the direction that most of the companies are adapting now in producing more environment-friendly vehicles and electric vehicles, we always consider providing docking stations and charging stations for EV vehicles in all the buildings. Of course, the number of the stations are in relation to the consumption required per building. And even in local authorities, they started also to put their recommendation and push to include these type of facilities within designing new buildings.